Hello, welcome on. Today we'll see one more interesting topic that how to do backup and restore when you have a TB values. Okay, so that's the uh, practical demo that we are going to see today. So without wasting time, let's jump into that. So I'm going to create one manager and one worker node just for experimental purposes. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, Docker node ls. So we have one leader and one worker node is there. What I'm going to do is, so here I'm going to have two services. One is web service and the other one is a DB services. Web services, I'm going to use two replicas and I didn't give any constraints. And DB services, I'm going to use it in worker node. See, generally we do have volumes which will mount it. So for experimental purposes, I'm not going to use it because since I'm going to use uh, backup and restore, so I'm not going to use this. And the rest of the things I'm going to use. Okay. Now I'm going to apply this. I'm going to apply this. Okay. Before that, let me log in, Docker login. I'm going to pull the image which is in my private repo. So it is pulling the images. It's going to finish. Okay, we are ready now. I'm going to create one Docker file, so YAML file. Now I'm going to apply this. So let me deploy this file. Docker stack deploy. The compose file is Docker test YAML name is my stack. Okay. Now it is completed. So let us go into that. So our application is ready. So I'm going to just add few entries to take backup. So I'm giving backup one, backup two, then finally restore one. So three values I have already added. So you can see here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a backup. So let us go here. So if you look at the YAML file, you can see here the Mongodb has a constraint that it will deploy the service in worker. So let us go here. Docker PS will see it has been deployed in over here. Now I'm going to uh, see here. Okay, let us see that Docker exe. So before that, let us create a one folder in the host, which is backup. Okay, now backup is available. So now I'm going into the Docker docker exe c hyphen interactive mode and then ed63 enough. For first four letters enough, and then I'm going for sh. So here I'm going to create one more folder here in the container is backup. Okay, you can see here backup is created. Now I'm going to create the backup. So okay, let us see here. This is the command that I'm going to use. Mongo dump is the one which is for backup, and where I'm going to create this archive is backup folder, which is just now we created, right? Under this, it is going to be created. So I'm going to use this command. Okay, you can see here three documents, which is done dumping three documents. Okay, now I'm going to exit. Okay, so now I'm going to see when you restart the container. See, currently we have taken the dump in the container. Okay, so if you wanted to change it from one machine, one Docker to another, one container to another container, or like that, you have to take it into the host. So what I'm going to take it now, Docker copy. So from container, I'm moving to log host here. So let me take the container ID, which is here. So I'm going to use it here in place of container ID. So from container ID, Mongodb.archive, which is in backup folder, I'm going to take, and then we have created backup folder in the host as well. So we are going to drop here. So I'm going to now let us see here in the host cd backup, and then cd backup ls. Okay, so here you can see. So now we are done. We have taken the backup. Now we are going to apply this. Okay. Now I'm giving exit, and then I'm going to delete the docker ps. Okay. Now we'll docker stop 8063. Okay. Let us stop the docker. Okay. Docker remove 8063 docker ps. If you go. Okay. So once it is done, to maintain the copy, it has created another one, right? So now we'll see that what is there in the application. See, you are not seeing this values because it is a new container. Since you didn't have a volume backup as well, because we have to experimental purpose, we have removed the volumes as well. So now we are going to check into that container. Okay, so let us go here. So the same thing. Now the Docker container ID has changed. So we have to give the new container ID. So let us go here. 89 as the container ID. So I'm going to use it here. So what currently it is doing is earlier we have taken from container to host. Now we are taking from host to this container. Okay. Okay. I'm going to use this. Okay. Let us. So before that, we have to create the folder in the container. So let's go here. Docker exec -it 8980 sh. Let me create the directory backup. Okay. So now I'm going to give exit. So now I'm going to give this. Now let us apply this in the container. Let us log in this container. 8980 sh. Now I'm going here. If you want, you can see here ls. You can see here backup. Okay, now I'm going to apply this Mongo restore. Okay. So you can see here now nothing is there. So now let us apply the restore. Okay, 3 documents restored successfully. Now let us refresh this page. Okay, so that's the overall backup and restore concept. So in case if volume is not used, you can use this backup and restore. So this is the command. So what we are exactly doing is once you take, so to create the backup, either you can get it in root, but for we have created one folder, a backup folder in host and container, and then we have done the back Mongo dump. So once Mongo dump is done, then the archive file will be created in the container only. So if you remove the container or stop, if you remove the container, then the new container, the archive also will get deleted because you have removed the container. So in that case, we need to have this backup file to restore it. So what we are doing is from container to host, we are copying, and then the rest of the process just reverse. The same thing we are creating once the new container is created, we are creating the backup folder in the container. So earlier from container to host, now it's just a reverse from host to container, just giving the container ID. And then finally we log in the container and then we are giving the Mongo restore. So that's the overall process for backup and restore. You are able to see that the data is successfully archived. Okay, thanks for watching.